Hey.
Hi!
Huh.
Oh my gosh, this is so exciting. Can I just say before we start, I'm so honored to be on here. I watch these religiously, so thank you so much for having me.
I got my driver's license last week, just like we always talked about. Cause you were so excited for me to finally drive up to your house.
It's been the absolute craziest week of my life.
Wait, so you're second semester, senior year, and you just released your first single?
Yeah, first semester, yep, not even second. I'm dying over here.
Is this your first #1 single?
Yes, by far, yes.
Today I drove through the suburbs, cause how could I ever love someone else?
I grew up in the suburbs. I grew up in Temecula, California. I would sing at talent shows and stuff. I sing Don't Stop Believin', which I think is on, YouTube somewhere in the depths of the internet. I've always been obsessed with country music.
Please don't take my name.
I'm obsessed with Taylor Swift.
Devils roll their dice, angels roll their eyes.
I moved to LA when I was 12 years old to start filming a show that was on Disney Channel.
1, 2, 3, 4. Bizarre Mark. We like to keep it weird. We make crazy videos and we look good in a beard.
That's actually where I first learned how to play guitar, which is a skill that has become very useful to me. And then after that show, I went right to High School Musical, the musical series, which is the show that I'm filming right now.
The cast list is posted. We have our Gabriella.
The biggest blessing from that show is that I actually got to write a couple of the songs for this show. I've been writing original music since I was since I could speak. I just never showed anyone ever until recently.
Somebody was like, hey, you got to check out this girl, Olivia Rodrigo. And I went onto her Instagram.
I hope you're happy.
There was a song called Happier. And I listened to it and I was like, oh my God, this song's incredible. She's amazing.
That's how he found me, and he DM'd me and he was like, yo.
Had you ever seen Bizaardvark or High School Musical?
No, I still have not. And and Olivia told me I'm not allowed to watch any of it. I'm not, it's like a separate world for her.
I truly had just gotten my driver's license, and I had gone driving around my little suburban neighborhood listening to music and crying. I was listening to Minor by Gracie Abrams. There was so many intense emotions in my head, and I was going through so much, and there were so many thoughts and so many different aspects of this breakup. So when I got home, I sat down at my piano.
Got my driver's license last week, something we always talked about.
And I was looking through my diary actually recently, and I literally wrote, I got my driver's license last week. And that was the opening of my diary entry, and it's the opening of the song. And then I took it to my producer, Dan, who's my favorite person to collaborate with. And I was like, hey, Dan, can I play something for you? I think this might be the best song I've ever written.
And I was like, okay, cool. And so she sat down and she played it for me on that piano.
I haven't taken a piano lesson in a really long time, but I think it's called suspension, where you hit one note and then you create different melodies with your other hand that just this note over and over again. I feel it's kind of heartbreaking, and it draws you in.
Did you think about how it sounded like the door open signal, on a car?
No, I actually did not. I remember thinking maybe about putting a car sound in it, and I almost didn't say it because I was he's gonna think that's stupid.
She had her mom go and literally
Mom, can you record your car, open the door and have it beep? And she's like, sure. And so she sent me a voice note of it, and we put it into the song.
Once we did it, I was like, oh, this is awesome. And then she hated it. And then she was like, I don't like it. I don't want the car sounds in there anymore. And I was like, I remember being like, nope, I think we're going to keep these car sounds in here.
I wanted it to go, I wanted there to be a little thing in it, because I wanted people to make TikToks where they could transition into it. And I thought that if there's a little thing that would be a cue, and people did make TikToks like that. So I'm really happy about that. But it goes, I love that sort of ascending, you keep going up with the chord. And I love seventh notes, and so I tried to put that in there. And it felt really powerful, and I thought if I went up with my voice.
I know we weren't perfect, but I've never felt this way.
She originally wanted to sing it off falsetto, and I was like, you need to belt it.
And I just can't imagine how you could be so okay now that
And I think that was like the best decision ever. It feels so emotional. Like throughout the whole song, it almost feels like I'm like gonna break.
Guess you didn't mean what you wrote in that song about me.
It's like so like desperate, like pining, and I think that essentially like made the song what it is.
There were a few other lines that you changed the lyrics on.
I bet you with that brunette girl, the one I always thought about. And you're probably with that blonde girl who always made me doubt.
Yeah, I think that was the fun part about kind of finishing up the song with Dan, is getting his opinion on like little things like that.
On that one word.
The day I drove through the suburbs.
It's like that one reverb, like tremolo throw on Suburbs was like my one moment of like, can we get one production trick in the second verse? We ended up recording the song, like the initial version was like 15 BPM faster than what the version is that is out in the world.
Yeah, today I drove through the suburbs and pictured I was driving home to you.
It was way too fast.
We liked the movement of it all, but we felt like it was more emotional when it was slower.
She came into the studio on like the third day and she just like looked at me. She's like, Dan, I'm really sorry, but I think we did it wrong and we have to do it all over again. And I was just like so like sad, like, oh no, we have to do this all. But she was right. I knew she was right.
'Cause you said forever, now I drive alone past your street.
And then with the bridge, he was like, we have to make this like a huge bridge. And I was like, I'm hella down.
The word like stop signs, like, I think it needs to be visual, and like stop signs, and all of a sudden Olivia was like, red lights, and we were like, oh!
Red lights, stop signs.
Okay, it's all the things you're seeing when you're driving, and we were like, oh yeah!
White cars, front yards.
I felt like we were on fire. We wrote it so fast.
Dan was like, what if we say I still f***ing love you? And I'm like, that's brilliant. Let's do it.
I don't like to curse in songs, but I'll take credit for it if she wants to give it to me.
And I think it's actually really cool that it was that I did like sort of swear in my first song. I guess it's like kind of a nice like, I don't know, like, oh, like look at I'm an adult. I can like say I'm not an adult, but I'm like 17. Like
Sidewalks we crossed, I still hear your voice in the traffic. We're laughing.
first of all, people are so talented, and like all of their covers and their dance videos just blow my mind. My favorite driver's license TikToks are the dog TikToks. Just my favorite thing ever. It was just crazy. My entire life just like shifted in an instant. It was weird.
You know, the label's like, wow, the numbers are blah, blah, everything's great.
It's #1 in the world on like all streaming platforms and like breaking all these records, but it's like, I haven't left my house.
When did you get your driver's license?
I think it's like 6 months ago. I got my driver's license and I also got a song out of it. So I'd say all in all, it was worth it.
Are you a good driver?
Yeah.
Bum, 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 bum.
I just had this idea that I wanted it to bounce.
I got the horses in the back.
Boom, 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 boom.
Man, what's the deal? Man, I'm coming through. It's your girl, Lizzo.